Don't forget to buy it.
I believe in...
Easy there. Be careful.
Such a resilient animal.
Will he be all right?
Let's have a look. Yes, he's doing much better. Healthy enough to be ridden, I'd say. He's on the way to a complete recovery, but you'll need to keep an eye on him for a while. I must say, he truly is a splendid specimen. I've spent 100 years caring for chocobos, and I feel as if it were all preparing me for this moment. Thank you.
You feeling okay?
Foliage draws monsters who seek cover in the dark shadows. There's a village in the center of the woods, home to a band of hunters. For them, this is fun hunting ground. It's all too easy to become lost in here. Strange vines grow rapidly, covering the paths and blocking the way.
Your cause is lost. I will strike you down. You think you can be forgiven?
Do you know about Moogles?
Are you the Cole who owns the field?
Who told you that name? Where'd you hear it?
From Sarala at Canopus Farms. She told me that her father, Cole, left the village to collect fertilizer from the woods, but he didn't come back.
And so you thought I was this fertilizer seeker? Is that what you're telling me? Is that right?
You still haven't answered my question.
Sure enough. But why should I give you something for nothing? I say we, you and I, engage in some give and take.
You're not gonna answer me, are you?
Not until you do something for me. The fact is, I am looking for fertilizer, which doesn't make me that coal fella mind. Anyway, it's a big job, and I could do with some help. Nah, it's simple enough work. Anyone can do it. I've already found the stuff. It just needs gathering. I've marked the locations with a shovel. All you have to do is dig the stuff up and bring it to me.
I've done what you asked. Now tell me who you are.
Of course. I'm a man of my word, and I'll tell you what you want to know. You said you are looking for Sarala's father, a man called Cole? That's right, isn't it? Now listen carefully. The Cole you seek, well, the fact is he's already dead.
He is?
Yep, that's right. I was the one who found him. He was attacked by monsters. I ran to help, but by the time I reached him, it was too late. I was standing here pondering how I was going to break the news to Sarala when you came along with your questions. I feared if I told you what happened, you run straight off and tell Sarala.
She has to be told sometime. Or will you keep it a secret?
Of course not. I know I can't put it off forever as much as I'd like to. Now's the time. She needs to be told the truth. Plain and simple, with no sugarcoating. I think it'll be for the best. In the long run, leastways.
For the best, huh? Tell me. When you say it would be for the best, do you mean it would be the best for Sarala? Or are you talking about yourself?
What do you mean? Why, Sarala, of course. She's a strong girl. If you ask me, she'll do far better without her old man to burden her. Yep, she'll be able to move on, stand on her own feet, and live her own life.
All right. Well, in that case, let me tell her.
You'd really do that? I'd hate to drag a stranger into this.
Maybe a stranger is exactly who she needs to hear it from.
You might be right. Very well. I'll leave it in your capable hands. That fertilizer you collected, it was Cole who found it. So, why don't you take it to Sarala as a keepsake? Oh, and one more thing. Give her a message from Cole.
You spoke to him?
Yep, just before he died in my arms. The last thing he said was, dig next to the flower. You tell her that, in those exact words.
It's a hard story to swallow. But at the very least, he really cares about Sarala and what happens to her. I'll go back to Canopus Farms and tell Sarala the news.
Hey, first time in Yogd? My name is Darius. I like to keep on top of what's happening around here. This village is called Yogd. It's mostly hunters who live here. We survive by hunting monsters of all kinds. The people here may not look like much, but trust me, they know how to use a bow. Only the very best can join our band. We're a close-knit band of elite hunters, united by the dangers we face.
Welcome. I have the cure for your chocobo's woes.
You sound pretty sick.
Sorry about that. I've been laid low with this cough. Doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, does it? Though, to be fair, I don't treat humans. I only make medicine for chocobos.
You're the apothecary?
That's right. Oh, did you need something? There I was just complaining about my health as if I didn't have a business to run. If you want some medicine, you'll have to bring me the ingredients first. That's how I do things. Medicine for chocobos, although I know a few recipes that work on people.
So the chocobos have their own apothecary. They have it good in this village.
That's because without them, we could never survive out here. So then, what do you need?
Supplements for a chocobo.
What I need are...
Have you been to see a doctor? For humans, that is?
I'm fine. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, brewing chocobo. To make it, I'll need chocoborals and slug sweets. Bring those and I can brew you a batch.
A dose of chocobo will perk up entire... Our weapons
You sure you don't need to upgrade that?
Ow! 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 Loose. Next time, I'll be ready.
Easy, easy, easy. Calm down now.
It's a healthy-looking bird.
Why, thank you. You wouldn't believe that not so long ago, he was so injured he could barely walk.
Is that right?
Yes, he's completely better now, though. He can run like the wind, all thanks to the herb I gave him.
Must be a powerful medicine. What's it called?
Why are you so interested? Oh, you're the person who found the Angel of Valhalla, right? I think I can help you. The herb is called Yule's flower. It's a very beautiful flower that grows out east, near the ruined city.
Yule's flower, huh?
Yes, if you find one, let your chocobo graze on it. If you pick it yourself, it's not nearly as effective. Actually, speaking of that, can I ask you a favor? If you do get the Angel of Valhalla to eat some Yule's flowers, could you bring him to me afterwards?
I could, but why?
Well, it's just that I want to check something. Well, if chocobos can learn how to speak, and if the angel is smarter than the rest...
Do you really think they can talk?
No, I'm just joking. Anyway, if you do go to the ruins in the east, be careful. There are scary monsters roaming around there.
Welcome. Tell me, how is the Angel of Valhalla?
Well, he hasn't gotten any worse.
That's good to hear. Now it looks like you collected all the ingredients we need. I'll get straight to work. Here you go, one batch of chocobo. This is some of the best chocobo I've ever made. Why?
That cough. You can't keep going on like this. Where's the nearest doctor? I'll take you.
It's no use. The doctors can't do anything.
Sorry, what do you mean?
They say, well, I don't have much time left. Of course, no one grows older and no one dies of old age, but disease and accidents can still take us, and apparently it's my time. I'd been hoping that I'd at least make it to the end of the world. I wanted to see what it would be like. But at least I was able to make medicine for the Angel of Valhalla before I breathed my last. Not to mention, thanks to the ingredients you found, it was the best chocobo that I'd ever made. It makes all the hard work worthwhile. And now, I just have one last task to do.
One last task? What's that?
Oh, I'm rambling again. It's just a personal thing. Forget it. Now, don't you have a chocobo to look after? By the way, you haven't seen any red crim mushrooms around, have you? No, I don't suppose you have. No one has. Never mind then. If you're ever in need of more medicine, just come see me. And bring the right ingredients with you, of course.
Hey, Light. Why don't you try feeding some...
The legendary red mushrooms. I suppose they really are extinct now.
That sounds painful.
The cough I don't mind. What hurts is not being able to help a patient. when I can't make the medications that someone really needs. That's the worst thing about being ill.
You're not talking about a chocobo. What's the story? It sounds like there's someone you want to help.
Yes, if I could, I would do anything to take away that person's pain. I know the medication and how to make it, but I just can't find the key ingredient on my own.
What is it that you need?
A legendary red mushroom. People call it the Krim mushroom, but they all disappeared hundreds of years ago. I've been searching all this time, hoping I might still find a surviving colony.
Is the mushroom all you need to make the concoction?
Well, no. There are other things I'll need. This is the recipe. I'll need all of this. I'm sorry to ask, but...
We've heard stories that I sometimes imagine one.
So this is it, a Yule's flower. They tell me this will make you strong. Here, eat it. Well, looks like it works. Nadia's the one who told me about the flower, and she's anxious to see you. Let's go to Yogd and thank her in person.
It's all over for me.
Nadia, are you all right? What happened?
Que? Is that all you can say? Oh, darn. I guess it didn't work.
You were just pretending to be sick? Why would you do that?
Well, it's kind of an embarrassing story, but we're friends now, aren't we? I used to live in Yusnan, but I had a big falling out with my family, and I ran away from home. Back in the city, I was treated like a princess. I just had to snap my fingers to get whatever I wanted. But that's not real living, is it? I got tired of that life. I wanted to fend for myself, survive by my own skill.
But you didn't realize just how hard that would be.
I lasted 3 whole days before I collapsed in the woods, weak from thirst. And that's when this little guy came along just in time. He must have been injured too, because he was holding a Yule's flower in his beak. I thought to myself, I'm going to die, but at least I'll have this beautiful chocobo to watch over me as I go. But then, something even more incredible and beautiful happened. The chocobo spoke to me, as clear as I'm talking to you now. Hang in there, he said. You mustn't die. At first, all I could do was stare in shock. But then, his words began to sink in. I realized he was trying to save my life. Anyway, right after that, some villagers found me, and they nursed me back to health. But I'm sure that I wouldn't have been alive when they found me if it wasn't for my little chocobo.
Ah, you owe him your life. So that's what your little play acting was about. You thought if you could convince the chocobo that you were dying, he might start talking to you again, like he did the first time.
Yep. I was trying to recreate the scene just like it happened, with the Yule's flower in the beak and everything. And to be honest, I could do with a chocobo giving me encouragement again. Life has been getting me down. I thought if I could hear the chocobo talk again, he might cheer me up like the last time. I know it's stupid. Chocobos can't talk. Oh, I guess it was just in my head that first time.
It's all right. You'll find what you're looking for.
What?
Don't turn around. You're searching for meaning to your life, and you're going to find it. I know you will. In fact, maybe you already have, if you really think about it. Sometimes you lose your way. Sometimes the going gets so steep you fall, but the path is always there in front of you. You just have to keep going.
Yes, you're right. It is there, and I do see it. Thank you.
Yes, what do you want?
I heard the chocobo talk. You're going to find it. I know you will. Huh. That was a clever trick you pulled, young man.
Young man, I'm a girl.
You are? Sorry, I didn't realize.
Good grief, everyone's the same. No one ever looks at me. It's like when I helped Nadia. The first time, I mean. She saw the chocobo, but she didn't see me on its back.
Aha. So that's what happened. It was you who spoke to her. She was half dead and delirious, so she thought it was the chocobo.
She's read way too many fairy tale books. But I guess it was kind of good it happened that way. Thanks to that, she wanted to go on living. So you can't tell Nadia the truth, okay?
Okay, agreed. What you did was good, pretending to be a chocobo and saying those things to her. She needed that. Wise words. Sometimes the going gets so steep you fall, but the path is always there in front of you.
Huh? I didn't say anything like that. What does it even mean? I just told her it's all right, or something like that.
Wait, really? You didn't give a little speech?
No, weird. Maybe you both imagined it. Or maybe they can talk.
Who's that child?
We don't mind strangers visiting.
Thanks for I've only been in this village for a short time, and before that, I'd spent my whole life in the city. I haven't been able to help anyone. Just the opposite. I've been nothing but a burden, and so I lost a lot of my confidence.
But now that confidence is back, right?
Thanks to you.
And the chocobo. Has the chocobo talked again since that time?
No, not a word. Why do you ask?
I was there when it spoke the second time. I heard it just like you, and I still find it hard to believe.
I know. It still seems so incredible. Most people would just assume it's their imagination, or a trick.
But you believe it was the chocobo.
You know, I don't think I care. Even if it was a trick, the words were the same, right? Whoever said them meant to help me. Talking chocobo or not, that means someone is looking over me, and they care about me too. That much is true, if nothing else is. It took a little while to realize that, but once I did, I felt a lot better.
And, you know, it sounds like they were right, too. They said, you're searching for meaning to your life, and you're gonna find it. I know you will. Turned out they were right. And that much is true, too. What is it? You're getting better. Good. I'm happy to hear it.
I'm glad you could help the chocobo. Well done, Light. So, what do you say? Why don't you saddle up and head for Rocky Crag?
Right. I need to know more about what's behind the story of the Great Chaos. And that means checking out that temple.
In the foothills near the temple is an isolated settlement called Polta. It's inhabited by disciples of the goddess Etro.
A whole village of heretics who've turned their backs on the Order.
Heretics they may be, but they aren't fanatics. They fled from persecution in the city. They only want to be left alone.
Then I don't think they'll appreciate a stranger dropping by.
Well, you won't know until you go. Polta lies at the edge of Rocky Crag.